All right, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with a video I have been putting off for just the longest time. Way too long. I've been putting this video off, man. I've had this rank up footage recorded for a month and a half now at this point, man, because Spider-Gwen was on defense for all of last season and a little bit of the season before that. So wow, it has been a while. I've been accumulating this footage for a bit. I originally wanted to get seriously 20 fights in this video, but I settled for 11 at this point. Maybe it's 12. I've just been super busy with other stuff, and the past 2 weeks I haven't really been home, and I wanted to get this video out before I left, but unfortunately I wasn't able to squeeze it out. But we got all the fights accumulated now. I feel like we have a nice showcase of Spider-Gwen. There's so much that this champion can do, and I feel like she's very underrated. And, a few months ago, Spidia was making some amazing Spider-Gwen content on his channel, and he's a primary force of what, convinced me to rank her up. I was considering going unduped because of his videos, but now, once I duped her out of the featured a month and a half ago. I took her to rank 3 that day, too. So that was really exciting, man. So at the time of recording this is what my 6-star roster looked like. I believe she was my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she was my 10th rank 3. Was she? How many do I have now? Not sure. I'm sure I'll figure it out before I post this, and then it'll be in the thumbnail. So anyway, point is, Spider-Gwen up at rank 3, SIG 20. There's so much she can do, and I'm so excited to show you guys the gameplay of this absolutely incredible champion, man. I'm just very excited, man. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, this is her at SIG 20. Let's go ahead and jump right in here today, all right? So up first, man, we have a very impressive showcase of 6.2 Mordo. Now, I fought this guy in just about all of these rank 3 videos, right? This one is insane, dude. Here's where Spider-Gwen, this is where she shines for me. When there are unblockable special attacks. That is Spider-Gwen's bread and butter for me. So his special 1 and special 2 are going to be unblockable. Another really big plus that Spider-Gwen has here is her slow is going to shut off Mordo's astral evade. That's awesome, right? So at this point, we just want to get him in the corner. We want to get into the rhythm. Once you get above 3 of those little spider charges, you'll see in the top left when I throw the special 1 in just a second here, okay? I'm going to bait out a special 1 here from Mordo first. Or I guess I'm not going to. Now you'll see it went up to 2. When I get to 3 of those, I'm going to be able to automatically evade all unblockable special attacks. Now that is freaking awesome, guys, let me tell you. So from here at this point, we can start cheesing this fight, man. There's Hurt Locker here. That doesn't really matter because we're going to go right from the special 1 immediately into heavy attacks. Now, this is a technique that you use with Spider-Gwen. It's not necessarily the easiest technique to do in the game, and it takes a lot of practice. And at first, man, I was not very good at it. I was, getting hit in the face. I wasn't having a good time with it. But after a while, you get really used to it, and there's a difference in animations where, depending on where you land on the screen and how far you hit the opponent into the wall, they either land on their stomach or on their back. Now, if they land on their stomach, I believe they go wall stomach, and it takes a second for them to get back up. And you have to realize that, and you have to adjust that, mid-fight. When they land right on their back, they usually stand right back up. You can see right there, I couldn't go into another heavy attack because of that, all right? But anyway, man, point is, Spider-Gwen is doing really well so far. She's completely ignoring Do Not Go Gentle as well because of all the heavy attacks that we're doing. It's really awesome stuff. I believe this was actually one of the first fights that I did with Spider-Gwen up at rank 3, so I was a little bit rusty with her at this point. You'll see, as the video goes on, I get a lot more used to her playstyle and stuff like that. If I were to do this fight again, I would just watch this, boom, evade. I figured that out, at that point, I was like, oh, I could have been doing that the entire time, huh, right? So at that point, I was like, okay, well, now I understand, the playstyle of Spider-Gwen, right? So boom, we got through that fight, 92% health. That is really good, guys. That is really good. And yeah, Really good stuff. That's like one of the most efficient kills I've had against that Mordo. Up next, so here's the thing. Spider-Gwen used to be really good for the champion boss. I'll show you like a little bit of it here. This isn't a kill at all because, you know, a couple updates ago they made it so that even if they're slow active on the opponent, the unstoppable still shows up. So when you get into that second phase, right, when the mediums are unblockable, well, that is going to make it so that we get stunned, all right? So we can kind of work around it a little bit, and you'll notice we're doing a lot of damage, man. Against the universal class opponents, we start with 3 spider charges, and now we're up to 6 already, so we have our max damage. Look at how much damage we are doing against this guy. This is insane. This is actually insane. We're literally cheesing the champion in the corner like crazy. We can go for a special attack here, but as soon as we go for a basic hit, you'll see we're just going to get stunned. There's not much we can do about it. So at this point, you know, the fight was essentially pretty much over at this point. We couldn't do much more after this because he's going to keep getting the unstoppable, and as you'll see, yeah, you know, we're going to be stunned, and that's how it is. But the point is, look at how much damage she did against the champion in that very, very short amount of time, like 40 seconds. The damage potential of Spider-Gwen when you put suicides on is insane. Unfortunately, she's not the most suicide-friendly champion in the entire game, so that's a bit of a downside to her, but I love playing her without suicides. Most of the fights in this video you're going to see are without suicides, just so you know. Up next, man, right after her buff, one of the best things about her was that, you know, she can just completely automatically evade all of these unblockable special attacks by the Collector. And also keep in mind, so much damage, just so much damage. So when we start here with 4 of those spider charges here against the Collector, right? Basically, look at this. A couple hits over into a special 1, and he's down to lower than 70%. We have the white Magneto pre-fight on here to make life a little bit easier. The specials aren't unblockable yet, but I think below 60%, that is when they go unblockable. So now we can just start cheesing the fight. Look at this. Completely evade. Just evade the entire thing. Completely just cheese the Collector. That's really, really awesome stuff, man. Just go right into it. And there's the Enervate on as well. You know, Tenacity shrugged it off, but that doesn't really matter. Look at this. Evade the whole special 1. Doing things that Tiger was doing before Tiger was even invented, man. I believe Spider-Gwen was buffed in like 2018, something like that. Really, really awesome stuff. Yeah, really, really sick stuff. Sometimes you land too far away from the opponent as well. You have to intercept with the heavy. That's not always ideal. Here we took a little hit to the face there because slow was off and he was unstoppable. So that's unfortunate, but we still got through the fight very, very simply there with Spider-Gwen. One of the amazing counters to that fight, of course. Up next, what do we got going on here? Hydra Adaptoid. All right, so Spider-Gwen is actually amazing for this fight. So there's Matador, Limber, unblockable special attacks. What was I saying before, right? Whenever there's unblockable special attacks, you can just cheese through the fight, man. So there's also, you know, he goes unstoppable when he uses his special attacks. I believe it's called a Footloose. He has Footloose here. What I want to do here essentially is just activate, you know, that slow, and then I want to just bait out a couple special attacks here, go for the special 1, and push him over a bar with my special 1. Now at this point, bait out another special 1, and now from here, the fight is pretty much over, guys, because I'm going to be able to just completely automatically evade every special attack that he throws. He doesn't have a special 3, right? He's going to be having the slow on him when he activates the slow, and he has the evade. Look at that, completely unblockable. Go right in here with the special 1, right into the heavy attack. We had to intercept right there. You see right there, he went into the wall, and then he got back up on his stomach, so we had to wait for a second. Those are the little cues that you have to watch for when you're playing Spider-Gwen right there again, as opposed to going right into it when he's on his back. It takes practice. It takes a little bit of practice right there. It's not a playstyle I would recommend like jumping to for like Alliance War and Alliance Quest, where it's going to be a lot more punishing if you mess up. But if you're in questing content, man, she's a lot of fun to play with. I really enjoy her in questing content, and I use her as often as I can. Look at that. Completely just evade both special attacks. Go from the special 1 immediately into the heavy attack. Intercept right there. Wait a second because he was on his stomach. Now he's just going right in his back. I could just chain the heavy attacks. And when you crit, man, It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I haven't used the special 2 yet, really. It puts a little bit of a concussion on the opponent, or I think it's called like a paralysis or something like that, where it like reduces their regeneration rate and their power gain rate, something like that. It's a very strong ability, and the special 3 activates Hunter Spider as well, which is going to be putting a lot more damage on the heavy attack. Basically, if you crit, you're doing like 30k heavies nonstop. Now, I'm kind of rambling here, and you're just watching me heavy this guy like crazy in the corner. It's actually insane. So he's up to a special 3 now. I'm just wailing into him, and I just evade everything. It's absolutely insane. Now, you know, like I said, this is a playstyle that's not going to work for every single fight, but when she's right for the fight, she is super duper right for the fight. This guy has like 650,000 health, and she just completely rinsed right through him, man. Really good stuff. That's like really, really awesome stuff there, man. Up next is a really, really fun fight. Now, this is Weapon X, one of the hardest bosses in Act 7, right? 7.1. Let's look at the notes here. There's Poison Vulnerability, Enhanced Bleed, Aggressive, right? It's pretty much just like a really juiced up Weapon X. Now, one thing about SpiderGwen here is that, you know, she's going to consistently have the slow on the opponent because of the heavy attack, okay? Now, keep in mind, Weapon X goes unstoppable and unblockable, okay, when he's in his berserk phase. Now, when he's unblockable, we're going to be able to automatically evade those. So check out how fun this is going to be. We're going to get this guy in the corner. Now, he's going to be regenerating most of this damage that we're doing against him. But what we're going to be doing here is using it as an opportunity to build up our spider charges, okay? So we can get up to 6 charges. And then the plan is I want to finish him off with like a special 2 after I go for the special 3 to get that extra passive damage, because Weapon X is not going to be able to regenerate the passive damage. So is Spider-Gwen the best option for this Weapon X? Probably not the best, but man, she is pretty fun for it if you know what you're doing. I mean, look at this damage, guys. 22k, 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 22k heavy attacks. So many heavy attacks when we crit, man. So now at this point, he's in his like little berserk phase. He's unblockable. This is going to be really, really fun. So watch what we're going to do here. Every time he throws the special 1, he's going to gain some more berserk charges, more rage charges, and we're just going to keep fading it. We're just going to keep him in the corner, and we're going to keep heavying. And you know what? He's actually regenerating all of this damage. So what is this for? It's just for fun. So let's see how long we can do it for. We're at 100% health, and he's just regenerating. You know, he keeps gaining those rage charges. You know, it's like honestly no sweat off of us, man. We're not going to be giving him health, but we're just going to be like playing, like, you know, playing around with him here. We're just literally kind of taunting him. We're like, you could do whatever you want. You could throw your special attacks if you want. It's not going to hurt us. Eventually you're not going to throw that special, and you're going to run out of rage charges, and then you're kind of going to be screwed, Weapon X. That's what we're thinking at this point. And then when that happens, you know, we're going to get off a parry at this point, and we're going to go for a special 3. Okay, now watch this. Parry, special 3 after we got the slow on him, the refresh slow. Now he's stunned, and we're going to have that Hunter Spider ability. Now what we want to do is activate the Hunter Spider and the Trap Spider, I believe at the same time. That would be ideal so we can get that enervate. Now check this out. You'll see all that passive red damage. That stuff he's never going to be able to regenerate. That's really, really good stuff. Got to bait out the special 2 here. We got a little stun from the Storm Pyramid X synergy, which is a really nice synergy for her. Whenever you dex or evade an attack, you're going to get, what do you call it? Stun on the opponent. So now he's unblockable again. We have that Hunter Spider, and as you can see, we were doing some nice damage there. We're going to go ahead and let the Berserk run out here. Beautiful. Beautifully done. We're going to go for a special 2 to limit some of that regeneration and try to finish him off this way, man. So he's getting down. We're still at 97% health. Like I said, this isn't as efficient as Archangel, not as efficient as Magneto, not as efficient as Omega Red, but Spider-Gwen is absolutely doing it. She's getting it done, and she's doing a pretty decent job at it, man. So at this point, you know, we don't want to let him get to a special 1, and we have the Enervate up, and this is pretty much going to be it with a special 2 here. We finish off that fight. It was a 3.5-minute fight where we spent a lot of it just messing around with him at 97% health, and that damage was from a couple parries, right? So really solid stuff by Spider-Gwen there. What's next? What do we got going on next here? Oh, this is fun. This was actually from the Act 7 beta. This Magneto was pretty nasty, man. So Moth to a Flame, gain 1 Fervor charge when landing a basic attack. Basically, you have to get a buff 10, and then when you use a special attack, it removes 10. If it gets to 0, you take a lot of damage, right? There's Spite, Power Belt of Aggressive. Oh, and look at this. All special attacks are unblockable. So what does that mean? That means we're going to mess around with Magneto a bit here, dude. So of course, you know, if you're watching this video after Act 7 is live, there's a very, very good chance this Magneto does not look like this anymore. Of course, this was just in the beta. I was doing this like day 1, just hanging out in my room, just chilling. At this point, though, you know, we got to get off one more special one, and then we're pretty much going to be good to go for the rest of the fight here. Yeah, we're going to go for a special one here, immediately chain into a heavy attack, wait for him to get up, boom! And we're doing some really, really nice damage here. And now as long as those fervor charges don't fall down to 0, we're going to be good to go. And he's going to have unblockable special attacks. Hold on 1 second, guys. Snowball is banging on the door. He wanted to hang out with us, guys. So now, oh, we got hit a little bit there. What a perfect time to pause, right? So at this point, you know, like I said, unblockable specials, we are just completely cheesing. Hey, buddy. We're completely cheesing this guy, completely evading everything. Look at this, evading it like it's nothing. Like it's, you see that Snowball? Evading it like it's nothing. Now we're gonna go for the special 3, and we're gonna activate the Hunter Spider, all right? It's Hunter Spider on special 3 and Trap Spider on special 1, all right? Look at this, just stay really, really close to him. That's the move with the unblockable specials, man. You wanna just stay super, super close to the opponent the entire time. Look at this, man. We're just doing so much damage against this guy. We're completely cheesing his special attacks. The special 1 immediately into the heavy attack while he has the unblockable. Look at that. That was like Tigra. It looked like Tigra gameplay right there, man. It's like she was like the Tigra before Tigra was Tigra. She was the Tigra before Tigra was Tigra. That's what I just said. Yeah. Really, really good stuff, man. Let's see how she does in some, like, Realm of Legends stuff here. This is going to be Realm of Legends Jugs, because she has that that's slow to get around the unstoppable. Really, really nice stuff. It's a really nice bit of utility. It's one of my favorite ways to play slow in the game. Her and She-Hulk, you just go ahead right in with the heavy attack right out of the gate. It's a really, really nice, reliable slow debuff too, and the higher your Sig goes, the longer it lasts. So, you know, as time goes on and I get her more times, I dupe her more times, I'm never going to really give her stones unless they massively increase her prestige, which I highly doubt that's going to happen. Ate a little special one there, not the biggest deal in the world, but basically, you know, I'm sure I'll pull her a couple more times before this game dies, before I quit this game, which I don't really see happening anytime soon for either of those things. But the higher her Sig gets, the more reliable all her stuff gets, the stronger she gets. It's really, really good stuff. You know, she benefits very highly from a high signature ability. So if you have like a 5-star, you know, definitely throw some stones in her. I think it's a good investment. But as a 6-star, she really doesn't need it. You know, I think she's good enough at like Sig 20, and she's even decent unduped as well, but she really does gain a nice benefit from at least like Sig 20, you know? Here we have that nice little stun right here. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at this. Really, really good stuff, man. We have an Enervate, we have a slow, we had a stun, so many debuffs, so little time. Right, we just keep refreshing that Innovate too. The way that the Innovate works, by the way, if you don't know, is that when you activate Trap Spider on the special 1, there's a % chance that you activate it with any hit. That could be a basic attack, like a, you know, light, medium, heavy, any of those, or the special 1 itself, or I guess the special 2, even if you have it active at the time, and that's going to activate the Innovate, and then you can just refresh it, and you can't stack it, but you can refresh it, and there's a % chance every single time. And yeah, you know, all of these opponents have like 550,000 health. So some of these fights are lasting like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but keep in mind, it's like 600,000 health. And we're not running suicides. That's pretty good. So let's go back in time a little bit here. And we have Symbiote Supreme from 6.2.1, I believe. We're going to put on the Petrification Ray. That's going to be really, really fun here. Okay. All three of the Mr. Fantastic debuffs we're going to put on. There's Life Cycle, Prey on the Weak, Pilfer Regeneration, right? This is going to be a very quick boss kill here. Really, really fun stuff. So Life Cycle is obviously annoying for a couple of reasons. Why? Because you have to knock him down all the time. But With Spider-Gwen, that's pretty much the playstyle. That's the typical Spider-Gwen playstyle, right? Get him in the corner, go for the special one, and now we're just going to consistently heavy until this guy is dead. Check it out. Check it out. Sometimes that happens. You have to be very wary of that. If you do miss, just make sure you're ready to parry or block right away, okay? So at this point, you know, we could refresh that special one, and that's exactly what we did, keeping that Enervate up. The thing with Enervate is that there is the passive power gain that Symbiote Supreme has from his abilities. Enervate isn't a power lock. It doesn't stop passive power gain. It only limits power that the opponent gets when you hit them, all right? So at this point, you know, we got hit by a special one. Doesn't really matter. You know, he's pretty much dead at this point. We just wanted to smash through this fight as quickly as we can. And this last heavy attack is going to seal the deal. Really good stuff. Very, very, very good stuff there. Let's jump into some more recent stuff here. How about this Black Widow Clairvoyant from Act 7, the first chapter, okay? This one has Footloose, Coolant Leak, Juke, Prey on the Weak, and of course, unblockable special attacks, which seems to be a very, very common trend, man. Because you know what? Usually, it's very tough to deal with unblockable special attacks very often, you know? Especially like one like that, you know, sometimes you might think, oh, I'll just block it. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. You're gonna get hit by it, man. So, with Spider-Gwen, okay, when you're above the 3, I've said this so many times now, you're just going to automatically evade that stuff, and it's so nice. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with dexing it like normal and using it like a bit of a failsafe, okay? But I just really love wailing into the opponent as if, you know, they didn't have any special attacks, as if it was just like, you know, they were under a bar of power. And, you know, the unblockable special attack I'm going to evade on my own. I really love that piece of utility. It's easily, by far, my favorite thing about Spider-Gwen. I feel like that's what makes Spider-Gwen so unique, you know? Like, it's something that not too many other champions can do. Here we're going to go for a big special 2. Nice 40k crit. Absolutely lovely, man. Get that Enervate on her still, so even though she's above a bar of power, it doesn't matter. We're just going to keep wailing away. She's not throwing her special attack anyway. There it is. We automatically evaded, and we evaded her basic hit too. So, lots of evasion, man. We finished that fight at a solid 100%. 100. Really great stuff there, man. Up next, we have a fun fight here against another Act 7 boss. This is Hela. This is a very easy boss, this one. But there's something really fun here for a Spider-Gwen, and that is, what is it called? The Heavy Assault. So Heavy Assault is going to be really, really fun because, you know, we obviously are going to be doing a lot of damage here. And the heavy attacks are going to be, you know, increased even further. So look at that. With only one of the spider charges, it was pretty much a 50k heavy attack. That's just absolutely insane, man. We're going to go for a special one here. And go for some heavy chains in the corner if we can. A 55k heavy attack. That's insane, man. It's just absolutely insane. We have the Enervate now up, and we're just going to start wailing away on Hela here. 55k, 55k. Just crazy. Go for another special one. Man, when that heavy attack crits, it's beautiful. But when there's heavy assault in the crits, it's even more beautiful. So we now have 4 charges here. 61k heavy attack, 61k heavy attack, 62k heavy attack. Insane. Absolutely insane, man. So I believe that this fight is supposed to have Lazarus. However, I don't really see Lazarus here. So I feel like it might be a little bit bugged, but we're going to finish off with a nice, strong, heavy attack. Beautiful. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. We have one more fight here that I actually recorded just a couple minutes ago, right before doing this, because I thought of it like at the last minute. Because of variant 5 is like spiders, mystics, and what do you call it? And symbiotes, right? I actually brought her into the Mystic chapter here on accident. For some reason, my brain was going right to Mystic, so we're taking her up against this Storm boss here, which, you know, has Burden of Might and some other stuff as well. Aspect of Evolution, right? Not the hardest boss in the entire, you know, variant, but nevertheless, it's still a boss, and we're going to go ahead and take her down the best way we know how, by heavy chaining her in the corner. Now, because of Burden and Might, we have to be a little careful with the way we use our power and our special attacks here, right? But that's totally fine. You know, we don't want to dex too much. We want to just really build up those charges. We have suicides on in this fight because we had them on getting there and for other stuff as well. But we're not too concerned about that, man. We're going to build up to a special 3, actually. We're going to go for a parry here, and we're going to go in, and now we're going to have that extra burst damage, and we have the Trap Spider active for a little bit longer, and we have the Enervate up at the moment. So this isn't going to give her too much power at all, and now we can go right in, and we can go for a parry if we wanted to, or build up to a special 1. Now we have Trap Spider and Hunter Spider active. We have to bait out the special 1, and look at this. We got the Enervate up. We have all of this extra damage going, a 9k crit with another like 6k energy damage, and check this out. Beautiful stuff. Lots of red numbers there. I would love to see a yellow number as well. There we go. 23k with 11k. And that is going to be it, man, for all of these really fun, you know, boss fights with Spider-Gwen. Let's jump to like over here and end it there, man. Oh, I really, really love this champion, you know. For the most part, she sits on defense. A while back, I was bringing her to AQ. She's really, really good for the Sasquatch mini-boss. I have that video up. Go check it out if you want to see it. But yeah, Spider-Gwen's awesome, man. I don't regret ranking her up. I'm almost at 3 full Science Catalysts again, so I definitely don't regret ranking her up. She's, you know, does well on defense. She's never gotten a kill, but she's a nice placeholder. Maybe in future defense tactics, she'll be more relevant again. We'll have to see. But anyway, my dudes, I do hope you enjoyed this, you know, big ultimate showcase Spider-Gwen video. I spent a long time on this, obviously. I didn't spend like, you know, like hours and hours and hours recording the gameplay, but it's been a while of, you know, building up stuff here and there, man. I've just been so busy you know, these videos take a lot more time than others, and I do like them to be like pretty good. So I hope you thought it was good. You know, obviously Spider-Gwen's really, really good for the Abyss as well, but I never got around to soloing any of the Abyss fights. But go check out Padilla's channel there. He does a lot of that stuff, and it's really good stuff, man. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed it, drop your boy a big ol' like. Comment what you think about Spider-Gwen up at rank 3 in the comment section below. And subscribe if you want to see some more rank 3 Ultimate Showcase videos coming to you very, very soon. We got to get through Guillotine 2099, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Dragon Man, and Magneto. So, I think that's it. I think that's all of them that I've recently ranked 3. But anyway, hit the sub button so you don't miss that fun stuff. I'll be seeing you around.